It's usually give me Puka. Gabe, is it the same in a 14 by 12, a deeper league? You got to start 2 tight ends, Puka and Trey Benson for Luther Burton and 2 firsts.
Man, Ty. I heard this 2026 class stinks. So for right now, give me Puka Nacua.
That's what the streets are saying. Let's talk about it.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
Welcome in to the All Gas Trade Show. I'm Ty Declare 44. I'm joined by Gabe at iGabe_FF on X. Happy Saturday to the good people. Yeah, you can see a little sunlight coming through on the walls. We are actually here with you on a Saturday for once. So, Gabe, it's nice to see your face this morning. I got my coffee. I had a piece of toast. I got some trades on tap. How are you doing, my friend?
Attaboy. You got to make sure you're energized over here for the people, right?
Big time.
No, man, I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great. Feeling much better than what we were talking about last night as far as energy levels. And so ready to get this show underway and talk ball with you as always.
Hell yeah. The Vegas F1 weekend. So even though we didn't record last night, I definitely stayed up to watch that. So, you know, your boys
defeated
on
the
brand.
purpose. It defeated the purpose.
Exactly. But hey, if you want to talk F1, you want to talk football, anything in between, head over to patreon.com/allgas. Get in the DDFFB Discord. Head on over to DDFFB or ddfantasyfootball.com. Get all the tools we use to dominate our leagues. And sign up for the Trades and Chill tier on YouTube. $3.99 a month, you get access to the live Dynasty Deal Show, early access to Trinity Mondays, emojis, and so much more. Gabe, we got a lot of deals to get to. It's crunch time. We got our team shaping up for the playoffs. We got teams kicking it to 2026. So I got to know, man. Like, I want to build my teams around Puka where I can. And
absolutely,
Girth Brooks is doing the same thing. So it's a 14 by 12 super flex PPR. 1.75 tight end premium and a 2 tight end. So that is a big premium, and you got to start 2 of them. A little Sunday morning surprise for no guts, no sausage. He's able to look to 2026 Dynasty strategy. Continue to accumulate top-end Dynasty players, and he wants a high roster percentage of the true difference-making players. You know, Gabe, I think I agree in a 14 by 12. I also think it is the worst time to be trading your first if you're trying to get value. We're at the bottom of the circle from like pick value right now. But yeah, 2 firsts and 26 and Luther Burton for Puka, and you get the outside shot at Benson. I'm good on this one for Girth Brooks. Does adding a little more context change that for you at all?
I mean, no, not really. Like I said at the beginning of the show, right? It's just Puka Nacua is one of those guys right there with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and all the other, high-end wide receivers for me. And so 226 first really doesn't move the needle for me to get into an elite asset. And, typically in a 14 by 12, you do want to prioritize depth a little bit. But even if we really sit down here, Ty, and break it down, it's really a 2 for 3, right? And so you're not really losing that much depth right now. If it was like a 5 for 1, 5 for 2, well, then that's probably a much more different conversation depending on what it is. But the reality is that Puka is an elite wide receiver, and I'm just going to continue to believe as such, especially with the way that Matt Stafford has been playing, just lights out week in and week out. And so Puka's just been a really big beneficiary of that, man. And I'm going to believe that he's going to continue to do what he's doing. And yeah, like I told you earlier, Ty, I mean, apparently this 2026 class is not that great. Allegedly.
That's what they're saying.
I will advise the people. They say this every year though. So please take Ray always has a great quote. He's like, be mindful of the content you consume. So I will tell you guys that as well. Again, I feel like we say that every year, the 2026 class or the class coming up is not that great. And then rookie season comes around, they start running 4.40s out there and everybody's foaming at the mouth for them. So it's just, be very, very cautious with, devaluing your 26 picks because you don't think the class is very good.
Yeah. This year has questions. Next year is so much better.
Yep.
It comes around to every single year. I don't know about foaming at the mouth as soon as the guy's getting underwear. It's a little sus, but we do it as a community. Yeah. We get excited. Even the 2022 class, we got excited about it, right? So, I am
that Treylon Burks, that
the Malik Willis 101.
Malik Willis, Matt Corral. I was trying to think. I'm like, who was the Ole Miss? Yeah, Matt Corral.
Yeah. Oh God, what a blast from the past. All that being said, I'm happy to package up 2 firsts and Luther Burden, who people like Burden, but I'm happy to kind of implement this strategy, get into Puka Nacua, get a running back in Benson. My only hesitation, Gabe, 168 starters, 14 by 12. It's a deep league, right?
Absolutely.
If you think that you can address tight end or quarterback or can do something better with Burden and 2 firsts, I don't blame you. But I also think if you're looking for 2026, I'd rather gain some of these cornerstone assets versus depth and build that out eventually. So I'm here with you, Girth Brooks. I like that deal to get us started, and we appreciate you submitting to the show. We appreciate everyone who submits the show, including old Jackson Tribe. Jackson probably watched last week's episode because in a 12 by 9, 1 point tight end premium, he traded Hendo and a late first for CMC. So we talked last week, what was it? Achan for Hendo and a 28 first, and we were a little conflicted, and we said, man, if that's a 26 or 27 first, I'm taking Hendo.
Oh yeah.
How about with that nuke CMC? Is that conversation any different for you?
Oh, dude. I mean, it's definitely different, right? And I will tell you, the biggest factor here is Christian McCaffrey is, I mean, there's not even words to describe like how freaking good he is in fantasy football for us. Like, it's a mediocre game, and then you look at the box score, and it's like, oh, that's a good 35 points, and you're like, he didn't even score a touchdown, and you're like, yeah, that's just what he does. So incredible player, man. It just absolutely incredible. And so it does make a little bit of difference for me though, Ty, because at the end of the day, this is still Dynasty, man. Even in a 2-year, 3-year window, like CMC's about to push 30, right? And so is he? I want to say he is.
Let me fact check you.
All right, fact check me, please. Because I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong.
He is 29, turning 30 in January or June. Okay. Sorry, June.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I do know something here and there. So he's getting ready to push 30. And so at the end of the day, man, like I have to be mindful of making such a shift like this, especially because you are giving up a rookie running back who, one, everybody really likes. Everybody was super excited for him to join. And now, Ty, again, I don't know when this trade went through, but now he's doing everything you want him to do in this offense. And he has been awesome. I mean, awesome. Yes, that is on the back of a couple of really big runs, different things like that. But the reality is that he's posting the points that you're wanting. He's getting the usage in the offense. And I don't know that I'm willing to add and 26 first on top of that to get into Christian McCaffrey, man, especially because in the offseason, it was a struggle to get a first just in general for Christian McCaffrey. You know, again, obviously, we always talk about how the values shift, especially in season, but I don't know that I'm wanting to really overpay this much to get into Christian McCaffrey, even if that is for me to win a championship. I don't want to do that. That could be the 112 and TreVeyon Henderson, and I'm still going to take TreVeyon Henderson in the 112.
Yeah, we like to discount those late first, like, oh, they're just kind of throwaway pieces, but yeah. Every year, man, like it's the players that get pumped up with preference go first, and then those ones that are still good but just don't get forgotten about. Jackson Dart, Bo Nix, Emeka Ibuka. Like, these guys have been here across drafts. Like, you got Justin Jefferson in the second. You know, like we do this kind of every year, man. And like I also had a big brain blast moment. I'm like, God, Christian McCaffrey's 29 years old. I'm 4 years older than CMC. And when we're calling him ancient. So pretty tough hours for Ty DeClaire here. But man, I gotta say, if I got Hendo and a first, I don't even care if it's 113 in a 12-man league. I'm gonna take CMC I'm gonna take Henderson in the first over CMC. I will say, if there's ever a format to do this, though, it's a 12 by 9 on a competing roster where you think this is your crown jewel and this is what puts you over the top. So, I mean, yeah, it's shallow enough. It's definitely shallow enough for me to consider it, right? But again, to your point, I mean, it's a lot of value, man, to lose, and you're giving up a guy who's really rising right now in the fantasy streets, and it's just difficult, man, to make a pivot like that. That being said, though, I will say I've seen some of your softball videos, and hey, man, I think from a peak performance, I think you're right there with Christian McCaffrey. I just want the people to know, don't discount your athletic abilities. Yeah, maybe pre ankle injury. I'm back to 3 days a week of old volleyball, but This isn't the all tie trade show. It's the all gas trade show. So, but yeah, usually when you have one asset that's producing but descending and one that's very loved by the community and ascending, you add a first that side. I want the ascending asset and the first.
Oh yeah.
So Jackson Tribe, good luck with that CMC, big dog. I got a lot of him too. Hopefully that pays off.
Oh yeah.
Kookski. We had to cut losses. So that Michael Penix, yeah, he's going for an ACL surgery. I don't know if it's a knee reconstruction, but it says multiple surgeries to his knee for an ACL. Not good, not great, Bob, at all. Sending away that Penix for Jacoby Brissett and Alec Pierce. It's kind of wild to me that this is a good deal in my mind where you get Brissett and Pierce. I had 2 Penixes going into this week. I now have 0. I sold both of them to our man Brett for Kirk Cousins and 2/3. One of those thirds being 301. Like, it is that level of value for me. I think I heard your wife drop a glass once I said this trade. Be like, he got that for Penix. But how do you feel here, my friend?
I mean, honestly, I think this is a great conversation, right, to have. And so I'll break the trade down, right? So I think Jacoby Brissett and Alec Pierce, you're getting a quarterback that is going to be starting likely for the rest of the year. I know that Arizona keeps kind of hinting that Kyler could come back. Kyler, could start again this year. I'm not buying that, man. I'm not buying that. I really do think it's going to be the Brissett show moving forward. And I'm not confident that Kyler will be the starting quarterback for Arizona next year. I think he will be on another team. So I think for right now, they're probably holding him out just to, again, keep him healthy for a trade potentially next year or whatever that looks like. And so Brissett is likely going to be starting, at least in my mind, for the rest of the year, unless I'm proven otherwise. That being said, though, Alec Pierce, man, I got to tip my hat to him. He has been very, very good in this Indy offense. And obviously he's a really big target for Daniel Jones every single week, man. Daniel Jones looks his way. And so I don't want to lose out on, a potential high end, wide receiver 2, right? Especially for what he's been producing for us every single week. And so really like Alex Pierce. Again, you're getting a starting quarterback. And then the Michael Penix aspect, man. Ty, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, but pre-injury, Michael Penix was already struggling in the offense, and nobody was really wanting to pay a first for Michael Penix, just in general. I mean, that was probably what you as the holder of the asset would want, but I don't know that anybody was willing to give you that value. Am I wrong on that?
No, you nailed that 100%.
Okay. And so then I was going to, kind of go from there. Like, now he has an ACL injury. And to your point, this is multiple injuries to his knees now, you know what I mean? And so I don't want to give him the injury, label, because again, everybody can get injured in this league. But the reality is that he's had multiple surgeries on his knees at this point, and you need your knees, man. And so, being that it happened a little bit later in the season too, I'm not sure how it will affect him next year, right? At least starting out the year, I don't know what that looks like for him. And so, again, a guy that you really couldn't even get a first for, you were hoping to get a first, now is out for the season and could potentially miss a little bit of next season as well, who hasn't really been very efficient when he was playing. What more are you kind of wanting to hold out for, right? I think initially, and I think we talked a little bit off camera, but it was whenever you had initially made your Kirk Cousins trade for 2/3, I was like, that's kind of interesting. I was like, I like it. I was like, but walk me through like your thought process on that, right? And so now kind of like obviously sitting on it a little bit more, I can definitely understand why, hey man, Jacoby Brissett, if he's playing for the rest of the year, that's got to be at least worth 2/3 or a second. We've paid seconds for worse. And honestly, I can't imagine if you're the Brissett owner, you probably want a second at least, right? And so if you're getting a second, and I damn know for sure Alec Pierce is probably worth at least a second, you're giving me 2 pairs of seconds for an asset that I couldn't get a first for prior to his injury. Now he's injured, out for the season, likely out for the beginning of next season, and he wasn't very good when he was playing. I mean, I think this is a home run for Kookski, man.
I think, I agree. And I think you broke that down very well, because I think Alec Pierce, absolutely worth a second. He's that ideal kind of like wide receiver tier down. Like if I can move from any of Zay Flowers, Ricky Pearsall, Terry McLaurin, Quentin Johnston, if I can move down to Alec Pierce and get a plus, I feel like I'm not missing anything at all from production standpoint. I get the big playability. Yep. The man was running wind sprints a couple years ago, and now he's actually getting the volume. So good for Alec Pierce. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett, man. Like, I'd love to get a second. I'm probably not going to get a second, but you can make a bet, right? Do you think it's going to be Kyler comes back and finishes the year? Yep. Do you think Brissett finds a bridge opportunity? Because apparently the 2026 class sucks. And if that sucks, that means that we shouldn't expect these rookie quarterbacks to step into these roles. So that means your Mac Jones, your Jacoby Brissett's, they should maybe find some work going into the next season, right? So if that's the case, we should probably value them more than a third, and I should probably want some more from them. And if I can move my Michael Penix into two of those options, keep a quarterback start, add a wide receiver dart, I'm very cool with that. Nick, I like that deal. I want just some quick thoughts here. I'm going to just name Michael Penix and name another quarterback. I want you to know who you want today. Okay. Gabe?
All right.
Michael Penix or Cam Ward?
Oh my God. I'll take Cam Ward because he's starting.
Michael Penix or Kyler Murray?
I will take Kyler Murray.
Penix or Young?
I will definitely take Young.
Tua or Penix?
Good God, it's nasty. I will still take Tua.
Gino.
And I don't feel, yeah.
Gino or Penix?
Oh, tie. Oh my God. I want to say I think I'll take Penix.
Okay. How about Michael Penix or Tyler Shuck?
I'll take Shuck. I'll take the gamble on Shuck.
Okay, cool.
I just don't. I guess for me, I just don't see how it gets any better for Gino. He looks abysmal, awful, sacked 5,000 times a game. Yeah. It's not good, and he's already much older. At least with Penix, I can hold out to some hope. You know what I mean? I don't know that I can hold out very much hope with Gino.
No, they're both trailers, not trucks. They need the situation around them. You just hope that Michael Penix can come back, but he came into the league as an older prospect anyways, right? So he doesn't have like the youth on his side either. But again, I say that he's only 25 years old, so I should shut my old ass up and let the young man recover. But yeah, good deal there, Kookski. Way to cash out. We move on. Go to old Broncos 23, lefty golfer 08, 12x10 Superflex PPR, 2.5 PPR for tight ends.
Oh,
made two deals here. Or never mind, he didn't make two deals. He made one deal. It's just a big deal. So Daft K acquired Malik Neighbors, that guy Travion Henderson, that Kyler Murray that we talked about, and a 2026 first belonging to KOD 561. And old lefty, he got Kelsey, Pickens, and Josh Allen. Josh Allen, not great on Thursday.
He stinks. He's horrible.
Oh, stinky. Yeah, sell for any first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the Josh Allen. I don't know if you bought this before or after the game. If it's a buy low, cool. If you were really hoping on that Josh Allen production this week, sorry. But yeah, Allen, Pickens, and Kelsey for Neighbors, Henderson, Murray, and a first. That's at least three legitimate assets on the top side. Probably four if you consider Kyler that too, right? Yeah. But then you have the nuke and Josh Allen, George Pickens, who just went nuclear, and Kelsey, who is just doing Kelsey things. So 2.5 PPR for tight ends, 12x10 Superflex PPR. Yeah. How do you feel?
I mean, this is a good deal for lefty, in my opinion. I'll ask you, and I kind of think I know where you're going to go with this, but Kyler Murray, Malik Neighbors for Josh Allen.
Oh, come on.
I know. I'm just
it's the literal buffalo in a football uniform.
If I add a first to it, does it change that for you?
That is probably the offer that I would try to send if I'm trying to get into Josh Allen, is a quarterback, Malik Neighbors, and a first, and hope that gets it done. Am I going to be willing to add more? Depends how desperate I am, but that's at least close.
Okay, so for the sake of the trade, just those three assets for Josh Allen.
For the sake of the trade, sure.
So that leaves me with GP and Travis Kelce and a 2.5 tight end premium for Travion Henderson.
Yeah.
Now I love the way that Travion Henderson has been playing, but damn it, I love the way George Pickens has been playing as well, and Kelce. Again, this could be his last year. It could be, but damn it, if he's playing like this, I want to ride that into the sunset, because he is playing very well right now. He's playing very, very good. And so I'm going to take lefty golfer side pretty comfortably.
Yeah. This is one of those things. If you are plugging Kelsey into your lineup and actually riding that production in the sunset, I love this, right? I don't want to just acquire Kelsey for the sake of acquiring Kelsey because the format fits if I'm not actually going to use him. But I would willingly pay this to get Josh Allen because, Gabe, what does that do for the rest of your quarterback construction when you get that Josh Allen in that room, man? Like you're so much more flexible. You have top end production at a scarce position, and you can find running backs. You can find wide receivers. You get first every year, right? And apparently this class sucks, so we're sending away a first, allegedly. I'm pretty firmly taking Josh Allen, GP, and Kelsey. But again, that's like if Neighbors is healthy, Hendo's
comes back.
I don't think I have any context on the first. But, if that's a mid to early first, does that change your tune at all?
Not at all.
No,
not at all. I want to ask you, though, while we're on the topic, George Pickens for Malik Neighbors. Now, what are your thoughts as far as, like, one, value-wise, like the difference between the two, especially seeing the way that George Pickens has been playing with Dak, the best quarterback that he's had in his, in a time in the NFL, and he's playing so damn good, man. And then Malik Neighbors, obviously a guy that everybody was penciling in as the wide receiver one in Dynasty, who was very, very good. I don't want to discredit that at all, but obviously very injured right now. And so, what are your thoughts for those one for one?
I think production-wise, you're going to end up being pretty close. For GP, he either re-signs in Dallas and stays in that situation, or he goes and finds his bag somewhere else. I just really hope he doesn't go to, like, Tennessee and get stuck in a dumpster fire or something. But when I think of Malik Neighbors, though, man, I think when healthy, I think when attached to Dart in that offense, I think that the steam will stay there. The production will follow. And if I have George Pickens, like, I feel like I'm probably in that, like, Brian Thomas Jr., T. Higgins, like that kind of range of wide receiver. Maybe I can maneuver that into a Tet, a Lad, maybe a Nico. When I have Neighbors, though, I feel like I have the power to go and aim for someone like a Josh Allen, like the actual difference maker level of things with Neighbors. So production wise, it might be pretty close, but asset wise, I want Neighbors for what I can do with them.
Got it. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just wanted to get a pulse check on you.
Oh, there we go. I'm alive. The pulse is pulsing. So lefty replaced Kyler with Allen. That's always a good move when you could replace Kyler with Josh Allen. Nice. To make my quarterback room Nix, Allen, and Ward. May look back at this next season and see I got my butt handed to me, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to add Allen. Again, Kyler will ascend. Neighbors will ascend when he's healthy. That first will gain steam in the offseason. And Henderson, he is the ascending asset. But we play this game in a 12-by-10 to get into those elite difference makers. What did Girth Brooks say, right? Continue to accumulate the top end dynasty players and have a high percentage of those true difference makers. This is the price. This is how you do it. And how you get Pickens and Kelsey to help you push this year. So, good stuff, Lefty. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to old Vapad. What's up, Vapad? 12 team, start 11, Superflex, 2.0 tight end premium, a 0.15 point per carry, and a 1.5 running back premium, Gabe. The first is a fringe playoff one right now, but felt like it was fine moving it after last week's rookie tiers. Yeah, the people were scared after the Wednesday night's main event. We went through some rookie stuff, and people did not like what they heard about the class. They were wanting to get on in those picks feverishly. We went over this deal on Dynasty Deal Show. So I just want to get kind of your thoughts here on in a 12-by-11 with this scoring, right? So supporting the running back, really boosting that piece up, 2.0 tight end premium. Chris Olave and Tajee Spears, or Dalton Schultz in a 26 first.
I mean, honestly, man, I think Chris Olave, again, he was always one of those guys that you really didn't want to pay a first for. It was always like, man, I just don't know if I could, pay that price for him. He's been really good, though, this year. And thankfully, he hasn't had any injuries, right, that have kind of come up And so I do think that he's valued over a first now, but I don't know, Ty, if somebody's going to be willing to pay a first and a second for him, right? That's where I feel like his value still kind of is. It's right around a first and a second type of deal. And so if I'm breaking this down in a 2.0 tight end premium, man, I really like Dalton Schultz. He's been very, very good. And that's not the Texan bias over here in me. It's just seeing what he's been doing on the field. Obviously, he didn't play very well this Thursday night, so I just want to make sure I preface that. But I think immediately, man, looking at this, I really am not valuing Tajay too much. I mean, there was a little bit of buzz whenever Tony Pollard was being considered to be traded, right? But now that all of that's kind of died down, I think I want Dalton Schultz in 26 first, man. Pretty comfortably, Ty.
Yeah, that's like I said, I won't buy the Dynasty Deal Show, but that was the takeaway from Scott, right? Is in this format, man, a 2.0 tight end premium. Schultz is probably scoring more than Olave on a week-to-week basis. But
it's got to be pretty damn close. Yeah,
pretty damn close. Regardless of that, I do think that Olave is in that he should be worth a first range for sure. Do you get that plus? It depends on your league, right? I mean, you got to make a bet on Olave because he's probably the only one in New Orleans that you actually want in the wide receiver room. He's going to get a new quarterback next year. I'm just going to bet he's going to get a new quarterback next year. Yep. And if you're betting on the whole situation changing, that's what Olave needs, is a quarterback who will elevate him. Mm-hmm. The more weeks we're removed from concussions, the better people are going to feel about Olave, right? So I'm okay making that bet on Olave. And if I have Olave, I need a first to move him, right? And if I'm buying Olave, I should be okay spending a first to get him. But in this league, give me Schultz, give me the first.
Yep. And I mean, again, it just goes back to, to your earlier message of right now is just not the best time to sell those picks. Like outside of you absolutely needing those to maybe make a playoff, or, you really feel like your team is in a spot where that's like the piece that's missing. But the reality is, man, it's just not a good time to sell those picks right now.
Go check out Dynasty Deal Show from this week if you want some more in this trade. And thank you, Vapad. We appreciate you, big dog. Vapad is also in the All Gas Trade Show leagues. Our boy Lee is in the All Gas Trade Show Premium Gas League, and I got one done with old Lee this week. So I'm gonna let you one take this away. But this is the All Gas Trade Show Premium Gas Best Ball League. It's a 14-team buy 11 $100 buy-in. Yeah, I had 11. It's a $100 buy-in, right? It's not a cheap one. PPR, PPC. I got 1 point
bonuses for everything.
Yeah, bonuses for everything. You got it, and this is where I wanted to kind of parlay this from the last trade too, right? Because it's a similar feel. You can only start 2 wide receivers and 2 flex. You can start up to 4 wide receivers a week, but wide receivers do have that 1.25 PPR boost. You got to start 3 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. So there's scarcity everywhere in this league, man. Mm-hmm. Lee is less needing it up and got a cool one done. The Canadian sensation. I don't know who that is, but that's decent nickname. So Lee sent me Quentin Johnston, Blake Corum, a 28 first and a 28 third. I sent away that man, Chris Olave, Alec Pierce, and Greg Dortch. So a bunch of people who we've talked about on this show so far. 2028. I did Google it. It is a year. Allegedly, it's going to be coming up. So that is good. Okay. I was a little scared there for a minute there, but
is the class good though? Is the class?
They're probably just coming out of kindergarten now, so we'll probably learn. Okay. We'll learn.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah. So again, this format, best ball, 25-man roster. Blake Corum, QJ, a first and a third, or Olave, Pierce, and Dortch.
This league is very, very interesting because I know what you're trying to do. And I know what Stiley's trying to do, right? Obviously, Stiley wants to win, and for me, I think the lack of needing to start wide receivers really, for me, kind of elevates the top guys, right? Like if I only need to start 2, I don't want to have 15 of them. Like it just doesn't make any sense, right? That being said, though, the hardest position, man, to find in this league is running back. Running back is so incredibly difficult to buy, to find in this league. Every trade for running backs feels like an overpayment. And I think for you, I know your team is not ready to go. And so you're just kicking the can down the road. And I'm, at least right now, what is today's date? The 21st? Am I correct?
The 22nd.
The 22nd.
Today.
The 22nd. Okay. November 22nd, 2025. That pick right there, if you hold on to that 28 first, will be used on a running back. Because Ty's team needs it desperately. And again, you can't go out and try to buy one because they are so godly expensive. So that being said, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. A 28 first and a 28 third for me, that's kind of a cross off for Chris Olave, in my opinion. Again, I know that you would want to use that pick though for a running back because again, running back is very, very difficult to find. That being said, if I remember correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ty, but I think Stiley has one of the better running back rooms.
Oh, he has the running back room.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was the team. I just wanted to make sure. So Stiley doesn't need any running backs. He could care less about these running backs coming out in 2040. And so for me, Alec Pierce, Quentin Johnston's kind of had a little bit of he's digressed a little bit, right? He's definitely not produced the way that we want him to. And so 1-for-1 right now, I'm going to take Alec Pierce over Quentin Johnston. But again, it's close enough. It's close enough, right? And then Greg Dortch to Blake Corum. Again, just depth pieces for me. With Stiley's team, I'll take the running back, or I'll take the wide receiver. With your team, I will take the running back, though, right? Again, I don't think that Greg Dortch or Blake Corum, would ever touch a lineup with like Saquon, Gibbs, and everybody else that he has on that team. Whereas for you, Blake Corum maybe in 2 years could have a role out in LA, right? So it could be sneaky for you to kind of get something there. And so if I had to pick a team without knowing what either of you guys were doing, I think my eyes immediately kind of fall on Stiley's team. That being said, though, I think this is a great deal for you as well, based on what I know that you're trying to do and based on the difficulty of trying to buy the positions of need that you have in this league.
Yeah.
A very long-winded answer. Very, very long-winded answer.
I think your wind was well used. That was a good breakdown. Stiley has the number 2 running back room. He has Gibbs, CMC, Barkley, Henry. You got that Raheem Mostert as well, right? So you got to start 3 of them. He has 4. So you kind of just hope that those 3 do their thing and you're good. Best ball, you might be able to build out more, but again, that is the best condensed running back room, I would say, in the league. For wide receiver, he had Amon-Ra. He now has Chris Olave and Pierce. He had Terry, Cup, Mims. So he needed a couple wide receivers to boost that thing up. He's got enough at quarterback and tight end. So, good luck to Lee. For me, Blake Corum being the healthy running back is instantly like the best running back on my team. Because I've sold all of mine because of the market in here. But listen to last week if you want to know more about my team. For this one, man, it was just bad. Do I want to send away Olave and Pierce? No, but this moves my team forward, right? So I can't say no to it. There's no reason to. I would love a 27 or a 26 pick, but those are spoken for.
Those are all with Vapad right now.
Yeah, so let me just get some 28s in the bank and we can figure it out. So Lee, I like this one for both of us, but what do you, the listener, think? You want Olave, Pierce, and Dortch? You want Corum, QJ, a first and a third? Directional deal. 2 teams doing some different things. Just so people can see it, right? So this is the 2025 Wars. I pulled this from Dynasty Daddy. Okay, you can see how impactful running back and quarterback are in this league. You can see wide receivers pretty flat and decent, and then you can just see the absolute trench between the elite tight ends and the rest of them, right? So in here, man, if you have your quarterbacks and running backs right, you can replace and find your wide receiver and tight ends if you're constructed right. But you got to fit that all into 25 roster spots. Over 3 years, it looks kind of similar, right? Yep. But I'd say it's looked more drastically good for the running backs and quarterbacks, and a little flatter for the wide receivers, and the tight ends are a little more of a gully. So it's a fun league. But we've talked about this man, Chris Olave, Gabe, and I think it's about time that we sit you down in this old hot seat. Do you have all of your hands, feet, everything in the vehicle here?
I wish I was a little bit more flexible and I'd have thrown my foot up for you so you could see that as well. But yes, can't do that though. I just want the people to know I'm not that flexible.
You're not that guy, pal.
I'm not that guy.
So what I'll do, I have some trades pulled from the Dynasty Daddy trade database. Pulled up Chris Olave. I've made it a maximum of 4 assets.
Okay.
We've made it super flex. Okay. So let's just assume that all of these are 12 teams, start 10, super flex, PPR.
Oh, okay.
If there's a tight end premium, I'll call it out for you. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready to go, my friend?
Let's do it.
Okay. This is the hot seat brought to you by concussion care centers across America. Michael Pittman and Tucker Kraft for Chris Olave and Zach Charbonnet in a half-point tight end premium.
Oh, Michael Pittman and Tucker Kraft.
Bucky Irving and Olave or David Montgomery and Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Chris Olave in a third or Devontae Smith in a second.
Chris Olave in a third for Devontae Smith in a what?
Second.
I'll take Smitty in a second.
Chris Olave in a first or Nico Collins in a second.
I'm still going to take Nico Collins.
And a 0.5 tight end premium, Oronde Gadsden and Alec Pierce or Olave.
Oh, Gadsden for sure.
Okay. Chris Olave in a second or Brian Thomas Jr. and Bill.
That's nasty, Ty. I think that's the only one that I'm kind of conflicted on. I think I'm going to take Olave in a second.
I think I'd agree with you.
As nasty as that sounds, and as much as people are probably going to hate that, I just don't. Bill has not been good, man. Bill has not been good. BTJ is just, I don't even know what's going on over there with him. So, yeah, I'll take Chris Olave in a second, man.
I think you can probably put Ascension on both Olave and Brian Thomas Jr. going into next year.
For sure.
I'll pay a second for RB40. I'll also sell RB40 for a second, so yeah. I'm not too caught up there. So I think that's a pretty square deal. I'll lean Olave in the second too, because I like picks, but yeah. If you want to bet on Bill, that's a decent price to bet on Bill. Yeah, that Gadsden and Pierce one, that's a smash for Gadsden.
That's a doozy.
0.5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a doozy.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, some people would probably take Gadsden 1-for-1.
Yeah, you might be looking at him.
I was gonna say, what did they say? The Canadian,
the Canadian sensation.
There you go. The Canadian sensation would take Gadsden 1-for-1 for Chris Olave.
Oh yeah, no, locking your Canadian sensations here. All right, well, hey, we appreciate you. What are you doing with your Olaves? You in? You out? You building for the future? You let us know. And our man Milk was a bad choice, aka Thor 2210. Will take us away here with a 12-team start 11 Superflex tight end premium. He made 2 deals here. Okay, so this first one, we sent Bijan away for Gibbs. Okay, so we sent Bijan, Tyler Algier, both Atlanta running backs, the entire room, and Tony Pollard. We get Gibbs, Worthy, that 28 first and a 28 second. So it's the 28 first show. Bijan, Algier, Pollard, Gibbs, Worthy, a first and a second. Man, like I like Bijan. I don't know, that's an understanding. I love Bijan. I really like Algier too, because he just keeps getting work and doesn't get relegated, which is nice. Pollard, sad music. Not the season we were envisioning, even in a difficult Tennessee situation. Gabe, is there a big gap between Gibbs and Bijan for you?
It's funny. Because I was going to ask you 1-for-1, who would you take? And for me, right now, given the situation, giving everything I know right now, Drake London being out, Penix being out, Kirk Cousins is the quarterback. Ty, I think there's a world, man, where I just take Gibbs over Bijan.
I can't fault you.
I mean, the way that Gibbs has been playing, obviously Bijan's great. And it's not a Bijan question. It's just a situation question. I'm going to trust Dan Campbell and Jared Goff week in and week out. Then I'm going to trust Kirk Cousins. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, again, value-wise, it's very, very close already as it is, right? Like, I don't know that there's much differentiating the two. Sure, most people will probably take Bijan 1-for-1. I think given what I know right now, if I need to win right now, I would be okay with making the pivot from Bijan to Gibbs and just taking Gibbs and running with it for the rest of the year.
If you give me, similar to our Trey McBride and Brock Bowers conversation from this offseason, you give me anything on top, I will just take the other one, right? Like from a portfolio perspective, I'll lean Bijan because I have less than I do Gibbs, but just I will take whatever one you want to do. But Gabe, I will tell you for free, I will give you that Pollard and Algier for a 28 first. Hell, a 2030 first. I might even consider it. Because we're not dealing with assets that actually move the needle from a value perspective, but they can at least fit your lineup for production. But then that's essentially a free Worthy in a second. So,
I mean,
what the dog doing?
Yeah, you probably could have even have told me it's a free first and and Worthy. I mean, a second for.
Right.
I mean, either way, let's not get too crazy.
Yeah, come on now. Give my man Algier some respect, but.
All right, let's not get too crazy. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Milk wasn't done. He then moved Gibbs to get Chase. So sends away Gibbs in a first for Chase in a second. Burrow maybe coming back, probably coming back this next week. So you just got the free pat on the back there in the Gibbs and Bijan deal. Now we send Gibbs in a first for Chase in a second. 12 by 11. It's probably the price. Do you want to pay this price though?
This was almost one of the put the phone down after. You know what I mean? Again, it's not bad. It is not bad. Please, Thor, like hear me out. It is not bad by any means. And this is probably the price. And I'm sure you're going to get people in the comment section that are like, yes, it's Chase pretty easily. And there's a world where it probably is, but I mean, Gibbs is just so damn good. Also, I just don't know if I want to add a first on top of that, especially given what I know these firsts can become and can ascend in value, all of the good things. Like I don't know if I want to make that bet. And right now, Chase is always great, right? But right now, Chase is being peppered with targets left and right. I don't know that that's what Burrow's doing whenever Burrow gets back. Again, Burrow is a much more efficient quarterback. He's actually able to spread the ball around to multiple different people. And Chase is fantastic. But I don't know if what we're penciling Chase to be right now is what I think he's going to be later on down the line if Burrow comes back. For me, I'm going to take Gibbs in the first, unless I just am absolutely loaded at running back and don't need it. Otherwise, I'll just take the flexibility of the first and give me Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah. I think there's one thing that's really solidified itself for me this year is like when you have those bell cow running backs, right? Like those guys who truly get the work, have the value, they are a dime a dozen, right? And wide receiver can be very replaceable. And when we're dealing with these top assets, man, Gibbs a first, Chase in a second, I'm just going to end up leaning the process side of Gibby the first over the second, and I will take the other elite dynasty asset over the other one. Yeah, man, because again, I feel like I could go down the line. I could find a Rice, and a Buka, a Lad, a Nico, a Tet, a GP. Like we can make our bet. Olave, we just talked about Olave. I can make that bet for a hell of a lot cheaper. Keep a Gibbs, and yeah. So I would need to see some more team context to really get behind this one, Milk, but. Sometimes we just got to put the phone down and just got to remind ourselves, but
just relish in that free second and Worthy that you got, to Ty's point. Just relish in that. Just leave it like that.
You got this dude's first and second as well, right? The team that you've pulled the wool over, you got their first and second. So that's awesome, right? You sent away the first here in this deal as well, though. So tough, but all in all, I think the scale still balanced your way, because we said that's Gibbs, a first for Chase, 2 seconds, and Worthy. I'll take the Chase side, but good stuff on one of those deals there, Milk.
Yeah.
How are we doing for time here, Gabe?
Oh, I'm doing good. Can you hear my daughter over here?
No.
Oh, well, that's always a plus then. Yeah. Well, we can knock out 1 or 2 more. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. Tommy Targaryen, 12 teams, start 10 Superflex, PPR, and a 1.5 tight end premium. This team is 8-3, fighting for the final playoff spot, but pretty behind in points for. So it's a gamble to help this season and not hurt me next year. Kind of thread that needle. Okay. So Tommy gets Hawkinson, JMO, Travis Hunter, sends away Garrett Wilson, Quentin Johnson, and old Trey Tucker. A lot of wide receivers, a tight end. A lot of disappointment on Hawkinson on my end this year. Just hasn't really materialized. JJ got hurt. It is what it is, right? JMO, he's looked good the last couple of weeks, I guess, with Dan Campbell calling plays. He's just one, he can take it to the house at any point. And that kind of asset you need to, it's the same as a Worthy, right? When someone has that ability just to take it to the house, and Alec Pierce, you have to put the steam behind them. At least in a 1-for-1, I'll usually hit the guy that can score all at once. Hunter, we've gone over Hunter many times on this show. Hopefully next year looks better. Hopefully the Jags are better next year.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's not much different, man. Garrett Wilson, Quentin Johnston, two guys who we've had hopes for, ups and downs this season alone. Trey Tucker, another guy who can take it to the house. Man, 1.5 tight end premium. That is nice. JMO, let me ask you, man.
Yep.
Like JMO and Hunter or Garrett Wilson and Quentin Johnson?
JMO and Hunter for Garrett Wilson and who?
And Quentin Johnson. Or sorry. So JMO and Hunter for G Will and QJ.
I mean, honestly, it seems like it's a lateral move almost. I mean, again, it almost feels very, very lateral. I will tell you this, like, one thing that I want to be mindful, Ty, in a 12 by 10, it's shallow, man. It's a vanilla league, very, very shallow. I don't know that I feel confident starting JMO and QJ every single week. Like, there's going to be weeks where you get that one target for 10 yards, and that's all you're going to get. Sure, there are going to be games where you get the 3 for 120 because he has the ability to take it to the house, but I would bet that more often than not, you're going to be disappointed having JMO and QJ in your lineup than you are being happy that they're in your lineup, right? And so typically that's why we always talk about in shallower formats, you want the higher end assets, okay? So again, 1-for-1, JMO, QJ. I'm probably going to take JMO, but they're the same guy. Travis Hunter for Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson, man. I like Travis Hunter as well, and he was starting to show flashes. It's always such a detriment to me whenever you're a rookie and you miss your rookie year. Like, or at least a good bit of your rookie year, right? It just doesn't always feel good, especially because I just feel like you learn so much. You have so much development during that first year. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson over Travis Hunter, but I'm going to take TJ Hawkinson over Trey Tucker. And so I think for me, the biggest difference, Ty, in this trade is TJ Hawkinson. I mean, I really think that's the difference. Otherwise, I feel like laterally, it's every single position is lateral. Like, I almost feel like you could have just kept Garrett Wilson and kept QJ and just traded TJ Hawkinson for Trey Tucker. You know what I mean? Obviously, I know that probably wouldn't have worked, but I'm just saying in the big picture, like, it just feels very lateral. It's like, oh, we just traded Jamar Chase for Puka Nacua, and it's like, okay, you just literally went 1-for-1. It's a preference deal.
Right. I agree. If you want off the Garrett Wilson train, I think getting JMO and Hunter for those two wide receivers, I think it's pretty lateral there. Where you win the deal is at tight end, right? So if that was the goal, you accomplished it, man. Otherwise, yeah. Who is actually the asset to want for those wide receivers come next year? Who knows? But I think you split that opportunity into two with JMO and Hunter. Give yourself more opportunity. Again, Hunter's not going to help you this year, but maybe that's the piece that helps you next year. Yeah. And also, hey, no trade deadline. Don't scoff at it, because those injured players can still move and you can still do stuff with them. So Hunter, if you want to move them and push it again, like, you can still do that. So good luck with this one, man. 8-3, fighting for it. Hopefully TJ Hawkinson comes up big down the stretch for all of us. Okay, let's head over to Shepherd 87 12 team. Start 12, 2 quarterback, 2 tight ends. No tight ends in sight here. It's a 1.5 PPC. That first is currently 104. Tet 104 and a third for Rasheed Rice.
Hey, Gabe, we're the Rasheed Rice truthers.
Well, apparently, and I'm the Kansas City Chiefs fan.
But damn it, Ty.
Rasheed Rice, thank you for your service. Yeah, this is.
I mean, did you not just see the 2 touchdowns and I don't know, like 40 fantasy points that Tet just put up in a very not great offense already as it is? And you're giving me the 104? I mean, dude. Oh.
It's the 104 of it all for me, because I'm happy taking Rice over Tet. Like, it's not close, but 104 is a different thing, right? This is literally a wait, who is it? That's Clay, right? So Clay in our Discord, is that trying to get ahead of the 26 class, right? Is that saying like I am out completely, so I will try to use that value of a first, and just get into a Rice, which I like more than Tet. Maybe Clay is like super competitive in this league and thinks Rice will put him over the top, wants to capitalize on that big Tet game and not wanting to bet on Carolina or Bryce Young going forward. If you can not bet on Carolina in fantasy, that's usually a good outcome. So I don't hate that, but I think just the pure value, it's just a lot to give up for Rice.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have no disagreements there, man. Again, I get wanting to get away from the 26 class or wanting to get away from the class, but damn it, dude, you have a 104, 103, 102, 101. Like that pick is 1,000,000% going to elevate in value. I mean, it just is. It's just the game we play. We see it every single year. It is going to get some value once the rookie draft season comes around.
Yeah. I'm 12 by 9, 12 by 10. Maybe not these settings. I might do that. But when I look at these settings again, man, I'm saying I don't want to put my value into wide receiver. I want to be better built in the scarce assets. So you give me a 104 and a third, I will happily tear down and then use those pieces in a subsequent deal. Shep mentioned this in the trades channel. He accepted the counter everyone suggested. Think it was good timing. Yeah. So if you want your trades, head on over patreon.com/allgas. Get in the trades. There's multiple trade channels. You can talk out your ideas. And then when you get those done, drop them in the All Gas Trade Show channel and we'll get them on this show.
Boom. It's like a full circle moment there.
Right, look at us go. I got one more. We got a lot of context, and man, like I wish we could like get, this is the trade. Yeah. I wish we can get more trades on this show, man, but we are, I think we give a lot of good. We try to at least 10 a week if we can get there.
Yeah.
Right. But always some good trades in there. So John K, 12 team, start 10, super flex, PPR, 0.75 tight end premium. I'm just going to give you the full because John really broke it down. Okay. So he says, all right, I know I lost this deal in terms of value, and there's a decent chance I'm an idiot here, but wondering if a few contextual pieces will make this make sense. So the deal is John K gets Mac Jones, Nico Collins, Trey McBride, and Brock Purdy. He sends away Josh Allen, Javonte Williams, and Rome Odunze.
Okay.
So he says Allen, Hurts, and Stafford at quarterback. Puka and Adams are in the starting lineup almost every week. He was trying to get Stafford into the lineup while moving Hurts and couldn't get anything done. McBride went on the block from a team that's good, but has caught some bad luck. So even with Allen, he's going to struggle to make the playoffs. The other team, another super team in this league, was also going after McBride, and he had a deal out there, which the McBride owner was leaning towards taking some insider trading from the league here. So
I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm in the slack we take. Jeez. So I took the shot to essentially box him out here. Is he doing too much? Trying to learn, so hit me with the truth. His team is now Hurts, Purdy, Stafford, Gibbs, Taylor, CMC, Tracy, Puka, Chase, Nico, Adams, Torrey Horton, McBride, and Kittle. That's one hell of a team. I've played some defense, trying to box out the legit contenders where I can, right? 12 by 10 super flex, going up against a super team in that setting, that's always difficult.
Yeah.
But how do you feel here, man? We're trading away Josh Allen, Javonte, and Odunze. We get the San Francisco combo of Purdy and Mac, Nico, and Trey McBride.
I mean, I guess I'm a little confused because your goal was to try to get Stafford to enter into the lineup. I don't know that you necessarily did that. I think at the end of the day, you still have a difficult start-sit dilemma every week, right? Like, should you start Purdy? Should you start Hurts? Should you start Stafford? Which two of the three are you going to start week to week? And just know that there are going to be weeks where you're going to be disappointed in your decision, right? You start Stafford, Purdy goes off. You start Purdy, Stafford goes off, right? Or you bench Hurts, Hurts goes off. Like, that's just the reality of having three great quarterbacks, right, in your situation. And so I don't know if that was your biggest goal. I don't know that you necessarily accomplished that, at least in my opinion, right? I just know week to week, if I had Allen, Hurts, and Stafford, I'm just going to start Allen and Hurts every single week because those are just the high-end assets that just really have a little bit of a higher ceiling, if you will, than a guy like Stafford, although Stafford's been playing fantastic. I don't know, man. This one's really difficult for me, like I said, because I think if that was your goal, I don't know that you fully achieved it. That being said, though, I love getting into Trey McBride. I absolutely love getting into Trey McBride. I almost feel like I really would have rather have just tried to see if I could have overpaid a little bit more with like Odunze and Javonte to try to get into Trey McBride. Obviously, that 2-for-1 maybe won't get it done, but could I have just added something else and just kept Josh Allen? Because if I sit here and break this trade down, I mean, Nico Collins, Rome Odunze, personally for me, I'm probably still going to lean Nico Collins, but it's probably pretty close. I mean, it almost
is a pro Nico show, but I'm there with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a 1-for-1. Like, you could just take your pick, right? I mean, they're both very good. One's younger, one's a little bit older, but they're both playing at such a great, high level. It's a take your pick. That being said, I mean, Javonte and Allen for Purdy and McBride. And again, I'm not really going to factor Mac Jones in too much, especially because it's a 12-team super flex. So it's a little bit shallow. Even if Mac Jones gets traded next year, he's probably not a guy that you're starting when your QB room is Purdy, Hurts, and Stafford, right? So not really going to factor him in too much. So Purdy and Trey McBride or Allen and Javonte. I mean, I think it's a smash for Javonte and Allen.
I think it comes down to what is the rest of the tight end market in the league.
He has Kittle.
You already have Kittle.
And I mean, you already have Kittle in such a shallow format. Like, did you really need McBride? Like, I get trying to box somebody out, but dude, week to week, Kittle, McBride, I mean, you just don't know. It could be either of those guys. I mean, it's probably going to be McBride more often than not, right? But Kittle is so damn good also. I just don't know. I don't know, man. Again, maybe I'm crazy. It just it doesn't feel like a trade that moved your team forward in any which direction.
Because how far is the gap from Trey McBride to Josh Allen?
I mean, in a 0.75 tight end premium, for me, it's quite a bit.
Okay.
At least a first.
Okay. So at least a first. So if I said, so Trey McBride and Brock Purdy for Josh Allen and Javonte, you're taking Josh Allen because that's the premier asset in Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. We can probably backfill at tight end a little easier.
Yeah, and I already have Kittle, so I don't need Trey McBride. Yeah. And then for me, I mean, Javonte, the way that he's been playing right now, I'd love to get a first for him, but damn it, I know I can get at least a pair of seconds.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Josh Allen and a pair of seconds for Purdy and Trey McBride? I mean, it's still Josh Allen, like, pretty comfortably for me. Again, I need to figure out what the overarching goal was here, because if the goal was to start Stafford, I don't know that you accomplished that, right? I think at the end of the day, what you should have done is you should have completely sold Josh Allen for a positional player just in general. Like, could you have gotten, and again, I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out there, right? But could you have gotten Nico Collins and Trey McBride for Josh Allen? If that's the
same thing.
If that's the move, then yes, Stafford enters your lineup immediately and Hurts, so you don't have a QB question every week. And then Trey McBride automatically enters your lineup with Kittle, which is fantastic. And then Nico Collins also enters your lineup, which is fantastic as well. Like, that would have been the approach that I would have taken. I would not have wanted to take a quarterback back if my goal was to start a quarterback that I already have. Like, you're not going to trade for a quarterback that's better than the quarterback you have already if you're wanting to start the quarterback that's worse in your lineup. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And if I've learned anything, if there is positions to tier up at, it's quarterback, right? And you know me, is Trey McBride is my guy, right? Like, 100%. I am a big Trey McBride believer. Yep. I overpay for him all the time. I have many receipts I can show. Even here, though, I want to prioritize a Josh Allen over a McBride. I think that gap probably is a first, because that's what I would ask someone to pay if I was moving by Josh Allen. I don't know if I'd want to pay a first on top of McBride to make that happen, but I think it's, again, I like getting Purdy and Mac. I like the San Francisco situation. Like give me that for sure. We like Nico. I'll take Nico over Odunze.
Me too.
It's just it's how it all gets there. I don't know if this actually moves your team forward. Like you said, if the goal was to get Stafford in the lineup, sure, you move Josh Allen out of the way so you have a bit of a coin flip between Purdy and Stafford.
It's almost like a headache.
A little bit, right? That's a I don't know how long Stafford's going to last. So let me get my 2026 play set up by trading away Josh Allen. So yeah, I'm going to take Josh Allen, Odunze, and Javonte first, just betting that I can, even if this other super team gets McBride, yeah, that sucks, right? But I can make up that gap with Kittle, and I'm sure I can find my way into another tight end if I really want to flex those tight ends and to get into it that way. But John K, you know, we gave it to you straight. This is a good team. I just don't know if it moved you forward. That's all.
Well, and I think going back, last thing I'll mention before we jump out of here, right? Like Josh Allen, you were just mentioning, right? Like the different, say the other team would have gotten Trey McBride, right? Say they would have gotten Trey McBride. Okay. I think confidently I could sit here and say that I think week to week, Trey McBride, Kittle, it could be either one, right? It could be either one that outscores the other. So I don't know that you're necessarily losing too much. But week to week, man, damn it, I'm going to be betting on Josh Allen being the quarterback one every single week. So I don't care who he has outside of Lamar Jackson. Outside of Lamar Jackson, week to week, it's going to be Josh Allen as that elite difference maker at that quarterback position. And you just lost that.
And that's coming off the stinkiest Josh Allen week in recent memory.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
I mean, just throw it out there. Just throw it out. He'll be back to normal next week.
All right. Exactly.
To be fair, Texans are an incredible defense.
They're an incredible team, you know. No flaws.
I backtracked on the team part. I said incredible defense. They have an incredible defense. There you go.
This is good. The defense is very good. And that was a good showing by Houston. Shout out Woody Marks. Wish you didn't, you know, hurt your knee and then come back. Just fall in the end zone instead of falling down. But yeah, no, this is a good show. Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate you. Hope I'm gonna go watch some curling this afternoon. What do you got going on today?
Ooh. It's funny because you had told me that last night, right? That you had a curling tournament that you were going to go to. I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I said, I think we'll record tomorrow because Ty has a curling tournament. She's like, what is that? And so I explained it to her. She's like, that is the most Canadian thing I've ever heard in my life.
To make it even more, I believe it's called a spiel. If I'm not mistaken. My wife curls. She's not in it, but we're going to go.
There you go, man. There you go. I think we're just getting ready for Thanksgiving this upcoming week. And so probably about to go grab some breakfast with the family. And yeah, man, just have a good, relaxing weekend.
Nice. Well, hope you enjoy it. I hope you, the listener, enjoyed this episode. Another one of the All Gas Trade Show in the books. Once again, patreon.com/allgas. Get in the community. Come join us. We talk ball all day. DDFFB.com for all the tools to dominate your league. Trades and chill tier $3.99 a month on YouTube gets you access to more shows, more content, and the dang sweatpants emoji. Sweatpants in the chat for some good trades this week. We got some Olave talk. We got some team construction talk. A lot of Josh out. Some big movers on this show, and it's a big time in Dynasty. So good luck this week. There's some crunch time. Hope you get those wins you need and those points for off your roster and those other rebuilders. We out of this thing. Enjoy your Saturday. Peace.